three judges scored the bout the same, 116 to 112. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, still the reigning heavyweight champion of the world from Ukraine.
Welcome back to Battle Cage. It's your boy Saif, and this is another great episode. Today we are reacting to Usyk defeating Tyson Fury in a unanimous decision this time. No controversy, at least from the judges' standpoint. And yeah, let's get right into it. Welcome back to Battle Cage. It's your boy Saf as always, and I'm reacting to the highly anticipated rematch that just took place. And once again, Usyk remains the king of kings. He remains the king of heavyweight division, and there is absolutely no argument from my side. I know I was emotional. I picked Tyson Fury to win this fight, and I think he did. He definitely did a good job. I'll say he did a good job. I'm not going to say he did a great job, but I definitely think he did a good job, okay? With that being said, I think that Tyson Fury could have done more. So before I completely go into the analysis of the entire fight, I'm just going to tell you what I think Tyson Fury did good and what I think Tyson Fury should have implemented or done much better. So the first thing is, the jab came in and he established the distance quite early, and he was able to control the distance from the very first outing. It was a different Tyson Fury, like I anticipated it to be. However, as the fight went further, it was more noticeable that Tyson Fury was there to win the fight, but he didn't want to risk it. So that's the type of message that I got. In order to win this fight, Tyson Fury should have been reckless, if you will, and pretty much let it all out. If you saw the trilogy of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury actually got knocked down twice, and he was in a predicament by battered, shattered Deontay Wilder. What did this tell me? It meant that Tyson Fury was going to go out there and pretty much put it all out. He didn't do that, because this is what I was expecting. I was expecting a Tyson Fury that's going to stand toe-to-toe with Usyk and pretty much go blow for blow and kill or be killed kind of fight. And there was moments of those, rapid exchanges where I thought that's where it's going to go. However, once again, you have this one deciding round, which is round 6 this time, where Usyk clearly establishes the pace. Why? Because he has one of the most damaging shots in the entire fight and stumbles Tyson Fury quite noticeably, and from then on it kind of went down. Now, before you listen to everybody else, and I listened to a couple of them, and there are actually really good breakdown videos on it who reacted quite well. From my standpoint here, if you look at the fight itself, you can rewatch it, and I know I was emotionally invested in it, but I was watching along with the bookies, right? I was basically watch the lines. That's how I watch every sporting events. Because I had a wager on it. I had a 3-leg picker. Unfortunately, it didn't cash. We can't win them all. But the first 2 picks cashed. Obviously, Tyson Fury was my last one. I kind of got greedy. But, I will admit that I am a fanboy, okay? I was a true fan of Tyson Fury. I liked him to win this fight. And you know what? He could have won this fight had he implemented more aggression and pretty much let it all out. You know what I'm saying? I believe this was a much more reserved Tyson Fury, because up until that deciding 6th round, you had Tyson Fury on the books at -245. I saw a line as close as -245 for Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury was actually doing enough up until that point to possibly get a decision. So if you listen to all these analysts who's going to start giving, 8-4 to Alexander Usyk, I think it's a travesty. I, at best, scored the fight 7-5 Usyk. Once again, I scored the fight for Usyk. There's no no robbery, no nothing. You're gonna hear me definitively sit here and tell you that Alexander Usyk did enough to win this fight. With that being said, I gotta be a little bit more critical of Tyson Fury because I feel like this was a legacy fight. If he wanted a trilogy, he had to go there and earn it. And the only way you're gonna earn this trilogy is if you went out there and you completely battered Usyk, possibly even knocked out Usyk. One thing that I didn't see is the uppercut. Where was the uppercut? The entire night, yes, he implemented the jab game. And I said, that's going to be the deciding factor, the jab. And he did quite a good job of establishing the jab very early on from the very first round. What I was really, really, taking back on is that no matter what he was doing to Alexander Usyk, Usyk was always in this fight, no matter what round, even rounds that you score for Tyson Fury. Usyk was in Tyson's Fury ass. And he said that. Don't be scared. I will be there the entire time. So Usyk delivered. Tyson Fury didn't. Where was the entire, when you pressure me, I'm going to annihilate your ass and I'm going to knock this mother effer out? Where was this Tyson Fury? Unfortunately, this aggression, this sequence ending Tyson Fury did not show up. And yes, once again, I can sit here, look at the camera behind this microphone. I can look into this camera behind this microphone. Tell you 100% without a shadow of doubt in my mind, Tyson Fury lost this fight. Alexander Usyk is the current king of the heavyweight division in the boxing world. There's no doubt about it. We had Dubois immediately after the fight, whether it was the right moment or not, jump in and ask for a rematch. I'm not hating that fight. I'm really not. I think Usyk is down. He's always down, and I gotta respect that about Usyk. And I respected Usyk from the very beginning. I just thought, going back to the very first fight, that because of the wonderful boxing that I saw from Tyson Fury, I felt he's gonna do this plus a little more aggression, and he just didn't do that. And because of that, he lost this fight, okay? If you go back to yesterday's fight and you want to break it down, I think Tyson Fury once again started very strong. I'm going to give him the very first round. People are going to say it's very close. Although, like I said, no matter what round you give to Tyson Fury, if you give that same round to Alexander Usyk, I'm not going to hate it. He did enough in every single round to be in Tyson Fury's ass. Like, he was very close. He had tremendous body shots. And although the body shots from Tyson Fury were great, I just don't think they were great enough, okay? They were good, I'm sorry, but they were not great enough. So I wish that he implemented a little more uppercuts, okay, a little more combination. There was very little 1-2 combinations. Those came very, very late in the fight where he was tremendously down at that point. But round one, I'm going to give it to Tyson Fury because of a strong start. Round two, I'm going to give it to Usyk because of a good response. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to say 3 and 4. I'm going to give it to Tyson Fury. He did enough. I believe he did enough to control the distance, to show a sense of urgency to get those 2 rounds. Round 5 is very, very close. It's a very, both men went at it. It depends how you scored. I'm still on the fence here. I'm going to give it to Tyson Fury because maybe I'm biased here and you can call my ass out for it, but it is what it is. I'm just going to tell you what I personally think. And then 6th round, there's no argument. We're going to give it to Usyk. And then once he smelled blood because of the most evident shot in round 6 that kind of stumbled Tyson Fury, where he was like, oh my goodness. And you kind of saw that, right? Everybody said, whoa, there you go. Rinse and repeat. Round 7, Usyk is on his ass. Round 8, I'm probably going to give it to Usyk once again. Round 9, it was one of those close rounds where it could go either way. I might edge out a little bit of Tyson, although you could give it to Usyk again. But for anyone who did not give a single round to Fury post that round, is absolutely insane, and I think it's ludicrous. Okay, I'm gonna give at least 1 or 2 rounds to Fury post that significant round, especially maybe even round 12. I think again, even though as good as Fury did, Usyk was always there in his ass, delivering the more power punches. Now, so again, I'm gonna call this fight 7-5 in the favor of the champ, Alexander Usyk. Hats off. There's respect earned completely. I'll never doubt this guy. He's definitely he is this generation's one of the best fighters, at the heavyweight division. And remember, this guy's a cruiserweight that went up to the heavyweight. And finally, let's talk about the size difference and talk about the weight difference. Tyson Fury came in here so much more overweight than Usyk. He was 283 pounds, a massive human being versus 226. That's mind blowing to me. That's absolutely mind blowing. Okay, in a UFC, that is a tremendous gap that probably is never gonna happen, but it is what it is. It's boxing, different rules. And now, why would you want to come this heavier? You want to come this heavier not to play a technical boxing, because you could do this at a lower weight and probably preserve your gas tank that you're going to need later on, especially knowing that Usyk is a freaking energizer bunny that doesn't stop from the beginning to the end. He's always coming forward. He's always pressuring you. What Tyson Fury did it early in the fight, he actually pressured Usyk. It was Alexander Usyk on the back foot. So if you come this heavy, use the size advantage. I said, in order to tire him out, you're gonna implement the clinch game much earlier. If you watch the fight if you watch the fight with Deontay Wilder, there was a lot of clinch because he wanted to grind and tire out Deontay because he was respecting that power. Maybe in his mind, because Alexander Usyk is a much smaller fighter, he thinks he can bully him, but no. Alexander Usyk is extremely cerebral, and he picks his power shots very, very well. So with that said, I think that whole weight did more negative than positive for Tyson Fury. Instead of implementing that weight for sequence ending shots, using that power, that force, he actually was more on the back foot, and once again reserved to his technical boxing. But that was not enough. So the weight is kind of it's negligible at this point. Overall, it was a good and competitive fight. Okay, it was a competitive fight. It wasn't just like a one-side ass total whipping like people want to make it sound. It was a very competitive fight. I'm not gonna say it was a very close fight, because once again, I'm edging out 7-5 Alexander Usyk. I'm edging out Alexander Usyk, definite winner in this fight. And rifle winner, once again, clap, hats off, Usyk won. Tyson Fury, now his reaction, he still is in disbelief, but you gotta understand, guys, as critical as we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk all this shit, oh, you're a sore loser, you have no class. Guys, you're talking about a 6'9" former champion who went through battles, who was undefeated for 32 professional bouts. Guys, come on. We gotta give a little bit, leeway here. There is massive pride in Tyson Fury. So perhaps let's give him a couple of days. Maybe he'll come around. Maybe he'll never come around, because he said until the day he dies, he believes this fight, that he won this fight. And you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. That's his objective point of view, whether he's delusional or not. But you gotta understand, when you're a fighter, there is so much pride. It's so hard to swallow losses. It is so hard to swallow losses. And you think it was easy for him to swallow that first loss? At first he said the first fight was a gift because of the war. Now it's a Merry Christmas present. It is what it is. We move on. Usyk won. There's no argument for me. And I had money on Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Would I have been absolutely joyous here and talked absolutely shit to everybody? I would have. But I'm a man. I'm going to sit here and say Usyk won. And that's it, guys. That's it. Let's move on. Let's look for further. I do wish Usyk fights one or maybe one minimum one more time, especially with that Dubois call out, and then he can retire and he'll be the greatest ever. He'll be awesome. It will be absolutely fantastic to be, to go out undefeated. Man, that would be absolutely fantastic. So this has been my official reaction, and I'm gonna conclude it with, it was a great fight. It was a competitive fight, but it was definitely not a close fight. So that's just my opinion on it. And yeah, you guys showed me lots of love, guys. I'm over 10,000 subscribers, lots of likes on some of my shorts. Love you guys. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Like and subscribe. And there's so much more we can do in this channel. Let's get it. Bye.